My first job was taking Jay nephews to school for $100 a week.
I signed up for that.
Yeah, straight up. So, you know, like the memories of the projects, all I got is good memories until you get older and then, you know, you start losing friends and
Right.
it changes everything.
You mentioned about the love in the projects. The one thing I remember about growing up, and I think, Bleek, I'm a little older than you, but there's a certain level of respect that young people had for older people.
Yes.
It was older, even if it wasn't a family member, they could correct a child.
Yes.
If they say, son, don't talk like that. Son, why you doing that? Your mom or your grandma be so disappointed. Now, you can't correct nobody's child.
No,
that ain't your child. You don't tell my such and such what.
And then some of these kids are super disrespectful.
Correct.
You kidding me? They don't even want correction from their parents, let alone an outside parent.
Correct.
Growing up, I had about 5 mothers.
Exactly. And all
up.
of them could discipline you.
Yeah.
If you stepped out of line, not only would they discipline when your mom or your dad got home, they tell.
That's right. And then it was on. It was on, man. Like, that was the thing. Like, people, you know, you ran from other parents more than the police or other kids or anything. It was the parents you hid everything from. So that was it.
This rapping thing, that was just like, once I put pen to paper, that's when the magic, and I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. But you kind of got a little sidetracked. You started moving a little something, something.
Yes, I remember a day I was in the building actually thinking I was going to be Nino Brown. and Jay came through, like, you know, and he like, yo, what you doing? And I'm like, you know, I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to be like y'all. I like, you know, lights off in the crib. I got to make sure mine is straight. And he like, let me see what you working with. So I show him my pack, like, yeah, I'm getting money. He took it and threw it. We had this thing called an incinerator. Right. It was the trash chute. Yeah. And he threw it in there. So I'm like, yo.
Whoa, bro.
I needed that. Like, yo, that was $1,000 pack. I needed it. And he was like, man, don't be out. He gave me $1,000 pocket and was like, I better not catch you in the building selling drugs no more. You got a better future than this.
Damn.
Straight up.
You know, and we're going to get to it, but you mentioned Jay a lot. I've seen some of your interviews, and when you talk about Jay, even though you guys are not blood brothers, you guys are like brothers. Yes. And sometimes that relationship is a lot closer than blood relationship.
Yes, like Jay, I can honestly say Jay and his cousin B-High, Biggs and Dame Dash, rest in peace Clark Kent, they raised me. The man I am sitting here today is because of those men. Right. Like growing up around them, their tutelage, especially Jay and Jazzo at first. When I first was growing up, putting pen to paper, I used to ask them for all kind of advice. Right. And they always was there and gave me a helping hand and the friendly ear.
What is it about Brooklyn? Biggie, Lil Kim, Jay-Z, Fab, Big Daddy Kane, MC Light, ODB, Jam Master Jay, Joey Badass, Papoose, Pop Smoke, Mos Def. What is it about Brooklyn that bred so many?
It's just, I think it's the vibe, like what you would call the style. Because each of those artists you name have their own style. No one sounds alike. So it's what they bring to the game, their area, the culture they was brought up in. And Brooklyn is so diverse where, you know, you got the Jamaicans, you got the Mexicans, you got the Haitians, you got the Puerto Ricans, you got the Dominicans, and you got the blacks, and we all mixed in one pot. And all them cultures come together and you get different styles that breed from that. So all these artists was just expressing their struggle and their style. And that's what made Brooklyn, I think, so dynamic with artists.
Is BK the best borough?
Of course, hands down. The biggest borough. Remember, we was our own city before we became part of New York City. When we had the Brooklyn Dodgers, Brooklyn was its own city.
Right. So Biggie, what was that? So how did you meet Biggie?
I met Biggie in the studio session.
Okay.
With Jay when he came to do Brooklyn Finest.
Okay.
You know, and that was my first time meeting him. And then I met him again at an interaction. That was when I saw him. I didn't speak to him there. My first interaction with him was at the show in the Apollo. Okay. When him and Jay had a show in the Apollo, and I remember telling Big, yo, when I get my album, dog, I need you on it. He like, of course, I got you. Brooklyn. Yeah. I got you all the time. But of course, we never made it to that far.
Right. Man. So what's your favorite memory? Although it was brief, what is your favorite memory of Biggie?
Oh, man, my favorite memory of Biggie is weird. I remember being in Jersey. This when they first bought these homes in Hackensack. They had elevators in it. You know, I was fresh in the projects. So to see a house with an elevator inside of it was like, these guys getting astronomical figures. Like, this was brand new to me. Right. Then they had the Land Cruisers with the Eddie Bauer leather. And I remember he let Little C's drive it. And I'm like, Little C's get the keys to the car. Like, I gotta have a talk with Jay. So like, you know, stuff like that, just seeing him as the first, like, and really come up from the same era, same struggle I did, and see where he took it was just like the motivation and inspiration I needed as a kid. I say Biggie, Noriega and Capone, Jay-Z, they was the people I saw and was like, they living like this? I definitely need to make a record.
Is it like and I tell people, and people often after me, my brother, I was like, when I saw him go to college, I was like, I can go to college. He slept where I slept. He ate what I ate.
That's right.
Ate. So I can do it. When he went to the league, I was like, well, we came up in the same household. We ate the same thing. We lived the same way. I can do it. Was it that way with you with Big? You like, well, damn, I grew up around here with Big. I grew up around here with Hov. I grew up around here with some of these guys. If they did it, I can do it.
No. No, I knew my pen was strong, but it's not Biggie and Jay-Z strong.
Right.
Like, I just was hoping to make my mark.
Right.
But watching them, they're legends, man. Like, it gets no better than Biggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, Nas. Like, where you go from there? I feel like they said everything. Only thing you could say is find a way to say the things they said in a different way. Like, but those are the greatest pens on the paper. Like, I just wanted to be a part of the history. I didn't.
Where were you when you found out that Biggie had passed? So young. So, you know, obviously he was out there promoting the life after death. He had the Notorious B.I.G. I think that was his first album. And so young, and boy, you like, man, he here.
Yes, I was in Brooklyn. I was in the projects in Marcy, and I remember when it hit the news. I remember that day, and I was just heartbroken, devastated. I couldn't believe it. It took me a while to adjust to even accept the news. I was like, no way, they have to have it wrong. There's no way. You have too much security for that. To me, it was like so unreal, and then being a rapper, we never thought like the rap in the streets can
merge.
Yes, like that. So that was the first time really noticing that, hey, this rap thing can really take a U-turn and put you right back where you're trying to get away from. You know what I mean? So that's what really broke my heart, because we was trying to get away from that. And you know, you make all this money, showcase your talent, do all of this, and still to go out on some negative street violence is just like devastating.
Wow. You said Hov was living like a king.
Oh yeah.
In the project. Had a water bed.
Flat screen TV. I mean, not flat screen, he had the floor model TVs. First of all, to have an air conditioner in the projects, your money was different. Your money was different, because everybody had a fan.
Had a fan in the window.
Yeah, with a squirt bottle. Just to get the water breeze on you. So to go in his room and the air conditioner, water bed, everything all white, the white carpet, I'm looking in there like, I need to find out what he doing. I want to be a part of that.
Right.
And that's what changed my whole, I'm not flipping, I'm not drawing, I'm not playing basketball, I'm not doing none of that. I want to do what he doing.
Right. Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because you know we like to do something before 2 something.